How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the preseason challenge trial game review, whatever you want to call it, preseason challenge, where the Cowboys have held on to beat the Bulldogs down there in Sydney at Cogra, 34 points to 30. It was a game of two halves, and I'm just glad the Cowboys got the job done, but man, they could have. They decided to give us all a heart attack there towards the end, but that's what the Cowboys do sometimes. They just get you nervous for reasons that we don't know. But hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the Nick from Australia YouTube channel. If you're new around here, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the new viewers and all the new subscribers and all the regular viewers that have been here from the start and that have been here on this journey. Really appreciate all of you. Before we talk about this game and we, give it a bit of a review, I want to acknowledge everyone that's watching this live in the live chat. G'day to Josh Sami. G'day to Liam Spencer. G'day to who else we got here? G'day to Will Pearson, Jeffrey, Tristan, and everyone else that's watching. I hope you are all doing fantastic, man. Now, the one thing that everyone needs to realize about this preseason game is it's just a hit out. Players are trying to impress the coach to get in the round one side. The guys that are regular first graders, they're only going to play so many minutes. For example, Jackson Purdue and Jake Clifford, they only played the one half, and that was the original plan. So, other guys, looking for an opportunity, the likes of Xavier Kurzik, Mason Barber, the likes of Caden Lars, they're all trying to make the team every week. So they were looking to impress. And I think a lot of those guys did impress today. So it was good to see. But anyway, let's talk about it. Don't forget, guys, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a short review. We're not going to be on here for too long. Just want to give you my thoughts and opinions on certain players who I thought were really good. But so yeah, obviously the Cowboys won the game 34 points to 30. And the first half is pretty much, it was obviously the Cowboys' first half. It was pretty much a lot of our first graders out there just ripping and tearing. And a lot of them played really well, to be honest. A lot of them played really well. Better than I expected, maybe, to be honest. Guys like Jake Clifford, obviously Jake Clifford versus Jackson Purdue. One of them is going to partner Tom Dearden in the halves. They partnered each other today. I thought they did a fair job. I do believe, however, that Jake Clifford had the better performance. Jake Clifford I think he had 3 try assists. Clifford was outstanding. He had a very good game. He was involved in everything. He set up the Hillam Leakey try, the Robert Derby try. He didn't set up the Laybutt try, but he did put the pressure on the fullback, which led to the error, which led to Zach Laybutt scoring. The other Derby try was, very good. Kai O'Donnell, I think he set up the O'Donnell try as well. I'm just going to make sure I've got that correct. I swear he had 3 try assists. Okay, he had 2 on the stats, but yeah, Clifford was great. There's a lot of talk about who's going to partner Dearden in Vegas and throughout the season. And I think Purdue was probably in front of Clifford going into today's game. But after what we saw from Jake Clifford in today's preseason game, I feel like Clifford may have his head back in front. Clifford had a blinder of a game, man. There was one bad kick that he did do, which went dead, but everyone's entitled to make an error, especially in the preseason challenge. Well, I thought there was a lot of players who were very good. Also, Thomas McKaylee. Thomas McKaylee was named captain of today's preseason game. And there was a lot of talk about, obviously last year he didn't get the minutes that he would have liked. And some people were saying that after some games last year, McKaylee looked really pissed off because he didn't get the minutes that he would have liked. But from what I understand, he's had a really big preseason, and his performance today was outstanding, to be honest. He was named captain, which was a big surprise to everyone. He's lost a bit of weight, and McKaylee was just ripping and tearing. I thought he was outstanding, McKaylee. He had a point to prove today, McKaylee. Thought he was very strong. So I was really happy with Thomas McKaylee. I thought Harrison Edwards as well in the front row. I thought he was very good. I expect both guys to be in the team come round one. I think McKaylee and Edwards will probably both be on the bench. So they were both very strong. A couple of the other regular first graders, Zach Labart, I thought he was great. There's been a lot of talk about the center position, Tom Chester, Zach Labart, Vialia when he's healthy, the young Liam Sutton who played there as well today. Obviously Braden Burns and a few others. I think Labart definitely should be getting one of the center positions in round one. There's a few injuries at the moment. Vialia's out. Chester is a chance to play Vegas. I think Zach Labart absolutely needs to be in the starting side come round one. Robert Derby, another one who's sort of been in and out of the team. It's obviously been between him and Braden Burns on who's going to get that right wing spot. I thought Derby was great today. Scored 2 tries, scored 1 try off a kick from Clifford. That was really impressive. So Robert Derby, he had a point to prove, and I thought he really stood up. Robert Derby, he was great today. Helam Lukey's return, obviously his first game back since his ACL injury. I thought Helam Lukey was arguably the best player on the field. He was incredible, man. Scored the first try of the game in the opening 5 minutes, where he just ran over a couple of Bulldogs players, and he managed to get to the try line. Lukey was great. Good to see him back, man. He was awesome today. McIntyre at lock. I thought McIntyre was probably a little bit off pace, but again, he hasn't played a game in a while, and Sam McIntyre is a very important part of our side. I feel like he's probably a guy that will come off the bench for us. He could start in the back row, potentially, depending on, fitness of other players. I feel like Helam Lukey and John Bateman will probably be the back row for Vegas, but Kai O'Donnell, man, he played in the back row today. I thought he did very well. He could definitely be an option for Vegas. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did get picked to start in the back row over a John Bateman. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. But, I thought O'Donnell did a great job when he was out there. I thought McIntyre hasn't played a game for a while. I thought he was a little bit off pace, but overall, defensively, McIntyre is still very good. Solid performance from him. Now, a couple of the young guys that I want to talk about who I thought really, really played well when they were given their opportunity. I thought the young fullback, Mason Barber, he was terrific, man. He just looked really strong out there. He played some really good footy. I'm keen to see more of him. I can't see him making the team because I don't see where he fits in. Interesting enough, though, he did play a little bit of right center in that second half. So, be interesting to see where he fits into the, where he fits into it all. Liam Sutton, he played in the centers and then moved to the halves. Liam Sutton was very good. He impressed me a lot, man. He set up a couple of tries. He actually set one up, that one for Derby, where I thought Sutton was actually going to go himself, but Sutton was really strong. I thought he was good today, man. He played well. One player that didn't play well, and I think he'll admit this, Jackson Paulo. Jackson Paulo did not have a good game. I thought he was really off. Obviously, preseason games are to get rid of the cobwebs, but he let in 2 tries in a row, which I think he'll be filthy with him. I think he'll be filthy with himself about that. Um, I don't, I don't, I don't need to be too critical of Jackson Paulo. We all know how bad he played, and I think he knows himself. He needs to get better. So frustrating stuff for him. I thought the young hooker too, Xavier Kozik, was strong. He did some really good things out there. A couple of the other young blokes. Zach Erdogan, the young halfback, played a little bit of hooker as well, but played halves in the second half. He looked all right. He looked fine to me. Warumu Greg. Now, Warumu Greg had a really mixed bag of a game. Really good hit-ups, like carrying the ball, very strong. Does have a few errors in him, and he did give away 1 or 2 penalties. So, he's got to get the discipline stuff out of his game, and he's got to get better with his discipline. But, look, I thought he had some good. I thought he had some good runs as well. Caden Lars looked very good as well. Caden Lars looks very good. Mason Kira looked all right. Everyone else, they all played their part, and fair play to everyone, really. For the Bulldogs, look, I'm not going to speak too much about the Bulldogs because I just don't care too much for them, but I thought Samuel Hughes and Logan Spinks were very good for them. I thought, what's his name? Craig Fitzgibbon's kid. He looked really strong out there, actually. Amen. Fitzgibbon, the young centre, he was quite solid. Who else we got here? That Zion fella. Look, he's got plenty of potential, that kid, but he's got problems, man. Discipline problems. He did that real dirty shot on who was it? Was it Matthew Watts? It was a real dirty late hit. He's lucky he wasn't put in the sin bin. I thought that Zion guy, bit of a reckless forward in my eyes. But yeah, Jonathan Sewer, he looked really good on the wing. Everyone else, Cooper Toy, he looked all right as well. So, look, obviously halftime it was 28-6 Cowboys. It was 28-0 at one point. Cowboys took off all their starters at halftime, brought on pretty much the entire reserve grade team. The only first grade player we had out there in the second half was Jackson Paulo. So everyone else was pretty much a Queensland Cup player. So a little bit disappointing with the second half defensively, just letting in all those tries and whatnot. But you know what? Cowboys got the win. They got it done. 34-30. Take it and just look forward to next week's trial against Penrith up there at Mackay. We're going to play a fairly close to full-strength team. So everyone will be on deck next week. Your Drinkwaters, your Deardens, your Cotters, your Cohen Hesses, your Reed Marnies, Murray Talangi if he's fit. So next week, everyone will be ready to rock and roll. So bring on next week, and I'm pretty happy that we got the job done there this afternoon, down there at Cogra. Anyway, thanks for watching the preseason challenge review, guys. Bulldogs Cowboys review. Thanks for watching. My man of the match. Look, if I had to give you a 3-2-1, with one being the best on field, I would say number 3. I would probably go the young Mason Barber. Number 2, I would probably go with, God, who would I go with? I'd go Mason Barber at 3, Helam Lukey at number 2, and I think Jake Clifford was the best player on the field. Clifford player of the game. Anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.